Anyone who has been to Jupiter, Florida knows that it is famous for its lighthouse. In fact, the lighthouse on the El Sol logo was one of the reasons I went there for AmeriCorps. Everywhere you look in Jupiter, you can find traces of the lighthouse, and I found it to be quite charming. Jupiter was a beautiful place, and I loved working at El Sol. However, living on my own across the country hit me harder than I thought, and I decided to seek a therapist for some guidance. Within 2 minutes of meeting me, she diagnosed me with depression and deemed me a lost cause without the use of getting on antidepressants. I left her office feeling hopeless and lost. I knew there had to be other options. So when I discovered there was a donation-based yoga class under the Lighthouse every Monday night, I had to go check it out. In the past, I found yoga classes to be intimidating and a bit expensive, but here lied a new opportunity. I pedaled my way down to the Lighthouse, nearly making it in time, sweaty and flustered with a beach towel, the closest thing I had to a yoga mat. "Are you here for the yoga class?" I blurted at someone. "Yes, I'm the teacher," she smiled. Well, she didn't seem so intimidating, I thought. In fact, she even had a little edge to her, donning a skeleton yoga mat and purple streaks in her hair. Without any hesitation, she offered me an extra yoga mat, and I immediately relaxed. As a donation envelope passed down the line, I was in disbelief. The idea of a donation-based class astounded me, and as an AmeriCorps Vista living off a meager stipend, this was like striking gold. It turns out, Mary owned her own studio, Kula Shalit Yoga, and it's entirely donation-based. I also had the opportunity to volunteer in exchange for 2 free classes a week. Not only did this end up leading me to enroll in yoga teacher training, but it has helped me to learn how to manage stress, depression, anxiety without being dependent on prescription drugs. It's places like Kula Shalit Yoga and El Sol that create community. While many think Kula is simply a yoga studio and El Sol is just a day labor center, they are so much more. When you walk into these places, you immediately feel welcomed and supported, and it is accessible for all. Feeling supported by a community enhances your well-being and overall health, and what I wish for is our healthcare system to model after this. I would love for people to feel the same way they feel walking into a doctor's office as they do when they walk into Kula, El Sol, their church, or any other community center. It makes me think back to my initial draw of the Lighthouse, and if you think about it, that's what a community should be. When we get lost out at sea like we sometimes do, it is there to help you guide your way safely to shore.